Howdy guys, howdy UFO hunters.
Where are we at, man? What are we doing here?
In the middle of Norway, freezing winter. Today we are going to find out what's the point of interest is. This time with full artillery, 2 boats, multi-beam, side scan, rovers. If something hides here, we're gonna find it.
Chris Lato. Welcome to Lato Files. Day 1, the trek to the Black Lodge. There I am on the tarmac in England. Looks warm. Leaving England and even warmer Portugal to travel north up to the icy north of Norway. Why am I traveling up there? Is that man, Rune. Rune is a motivator. He's actually paying for these boats to go out. It's quite expensive. He's paying for the equipment. Look there, there's a plane. I had my eyes peeled to the sky this whole time. Not a UAP. They've done previous expeditions to this lake, Egyptian Lake, in June. They actually had it on Sonar. Tried to set a rover down, but then they ran out of time, ran out of money. So now Runa's doing it again, this time with more equipment. He has a multi-beam sonar ship. There's 2 boats actually, including a rover. That's what it actually looks like, the area. We actually flew over the area in this plane and then head into Trondheim and then actually drove south down to Hessdalen. There I am. That's just one of the jackets I wore. It was not nearly warm enough. Should have been more ready. I did live in Alaska, but it was cold up there, -10, -15 Celsius. But I'm very curious, and these guys are out there, they're doing the work. They invited me up. I figured I'd take the trek up to Norway. Amazing country, I've never been there before, and I really felt like I was just with Vikings. This was just last weekend. I haven't even heard the conclusions till just today. I just got the conclusions in on this final part of the dive at Jobson. Enjoy.
This should do it.
Yeah, perfect. What's up, guys? I just landed. I'm here in Trondheim, outside of Trondheim. I got picked up by Snorre. He's told some amazing stories already, and it's just so pretty here. I mean, look at this place. It's beautiful. He saw an orb just in May. Amazing story of an orb in May. And we are driving up to Hessdalen. So from Trondheim up to Hessdalen, and the point is to check out a crash retrieval. There was a ghost rocket landed in a lake, much like this one right behind me. Back in 1947, you had 2 witnesses, and then 10 years after that was more witnesses saying that a ghost rocket basically landed on the lake and sank to the bottom after about 20 minutes. So they are launching a boat this weekend. We will figure it out. All right, I'm here with Snorre. He's Norwegian, and he's a documentary filmmaker. And he has a great story here about seeing an orb in Hessdalen just in May, so this year. So yeah, can you relate your story, Snorre?
I can. So what happened was I've been hanging around like Hessdalen all my life, since I was a little kid. Never been specially interested around it, but my interest has turned now as we're doing a documentary up there. And all the people I met up there as well, because I think their stories are so important.
Did it change your mind, like interviewing all these people? Is that what changed your ideas?
No, actually not, but I changed focus because of it, because I think a lot of people talk about we have to prove that the government is lying or that there's bigger things than us in the universe. But I think the important thing is to listen to the people's stories. What's often, I know it's talked about, but what's often forgotten is this is like first-hand witnesses. And we believe in witnesses in many cases. Like we use them in court, we use them in religious writings, and we believe them. But when people come out and tell their stories about fantastic things they have seen now in the 2023, people don't believe them, and I find that kind of disrespectful in a way. at last give them a chance, because we use witnesses to get people in jail.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird that,
And you witnessed it then. So in May, while you're filming for the documentary, I'm guessing, right? What did you see?
I was up there doing a podcast with my friend, and we were just hanging around. It was a Sunday, and the morning started out really beautiful, clear sky, just like this, but it's in the evening now, of course.
Yeah.
And my friend asked me, Snorre, what would it take to like change your mind, make you less skeptical about this? And I said, well, I don't need to see a UFO, any ship. I don't know to see beings or anything. I would like to see like an orange orb just going across the horizon.
And so you said that specifically. An orange orb.
Yes, I said that
yeah.
specifically.
Okay.
And I would just like to see it move, so I could see it with my own eyes, not on YouTube videos and stuff. And the day went through, and we met up with Jan, which you interviewed on your YouTube. And he, strangely enough, he asked me the same thing. It was like, Snorre, what would it take to like make you more curious about the phenomenon? What would convince you to get more into it? And I was like, no, told him the same thing I told Thomas. I would like to see like this orange orb on the horizon, so I could see how it moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just past midnight, we were standing outside our cabin. It was an evening like this, actually. This is quite similar lighting as it is in May at midnight here in Norway. Yeah. The sun had just gone down, so we saw the orange light just leaving the snow-covered mountaintops, peaks, and it was just a clear night with great view. And I was taking like panorama pictures and like pictures of the sunset and of the colors, and I just put my phone in the pocket like this, and like a light bulb, there was the orange light, an orb. I would estimate about 3 kilometers away.
Good.
Yeah. And it moved slowly across the horizon like this. For 30 seconds, we checked it up on Flight Radar, because the first thing I said was, hey, look at the plane. And Thomas tells me, nah, no planes for hundreds of miles, mate, nothing. And I always told them that whatever I see in the skies, I'm going to film it, but I did not take up my phone. I was paralyzed.
Oh, you didn't? So you didn't think to, yeah.
No, I was just staring at it because I thought it was a plane. After 30 seconds, it turned red, really clear red, and just turned off. Disappeared like a light bulb as well. And with the lightning we had that evening, with the sun coming from behind us, if there was something there, the sun should hit it as it was above the horizon and above the mountain peaks and reflect off it, but it did not. There was nothing there. It was just blue skies again.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's really similar to a lot of observations Erling Strand has done. He told me that was a classical Hessdalen phenomenon. And that gave me a problem, because the skeptic had seen the light now. So, yeah. But had I seen the light, though?
Have you seen the light?
Yeah, I was not. Yeah. So I'm not convinced yet, but I got curious, of course. It was fun to see it, and I can't explain what it was.
Okay, well, you know what would convince me is an intact working Tic Tac craft on the bottom of Lake Djupsjön.
Djupsjön, yeah?
Djupsjön, yes. Yeah, I want to see an intact craft at the bottom of the lake. I think that would change my mind, you know?
Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers for you guys, but you're probably going to find something, but let's hope it's nothing, it's not some old warfare machinery.
Yeah, well, something's on there. Cool. Yeah. All right, well, thanks, man. Thank you. Okay, here we are going into Hessdalen.
The light cone was there again now. Turned off.
You're seeing some crazy light cone over there.
Yeah. It's been 2 times now, like this green light cone.
Come on.
Might be the guys. There he is again. See that light?
Yeah, I do see it.
It might be headlights of a car coming up from the valley. So it's not supposed to come at that angle. It's a bit weird. That would be a good start.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We have something that you call beginner's luck up here. People that see something the first time they come up here.
Right away?
I did. I was here 20 minutes when I saw the...
I mean, and Erling said that as well.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, I'd just be happy with an orange orb then. Take back my Tic Tac. I want an intact Tic Tac. Okay, I'm here at the top of Hessdalen. It's a valley we drove up. It's a 3-hour drive up here, and there's only one way into this town. You can see there's ice on the ground. I mean, it's cold. I think it's -10 Fahrenheit, -5 Celsius. And this is, they call it Stonehenge here in Hessdalen, up on the top of this valley. Woo! Some cold wind. All right, we're almost there. Excited. So quiet out here, insane. And we got the team, Rune. What's up, Rune?
How are you?
Made it, man.
Welcome to Norway.
Ah, we made it.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. What's up, guys?
Jan is here, Magnus is here, Frank.
Hey, guys. I've seen you before. Hey, what's up?
Welcome to Hessdalen.
Welcome. Thank you.
Black Lodge.
Wow, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Wow.
I'm the pilot.
Okay. Frank, you're Frank.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello.
Sean, what's up, man? Good to see you in person. Yeah.
Welcome to Mecca.
Oh, this is it. Yeah. Cool. Let's talk about, I guess, the actual reason or the specific reason we came, not just to try and find other lights, was to actually search for, and using 2 boats now. Let's show. This is actually the sonar return. And actually the companies, there's 2 companies from what I understand, Nordic Subsea and Rostad, right? From what I understand, what the reason they're coming back is because of this anomaly. Okay, so this is look 14 meters long and then 3 meters wide. So is what they said, 2 to 3 meters wide, and it appears to be a firm metal object. And they're coming back. And so these guys, it sounds like they are interested and they're very professional.
The story about that is that's actually an object that somebody seen back in 47, and it seems like to be landing on the sea and just disappear after 20 minutes. So the location is of course secret, but we still we want to get a ROV down there and actually look at the object and find out what it can be. It's a mystery, and it could be anything, but we hopefully is something that we never seen before. But we know the armed forces was cleaning up this ocean for explosives, so we are really looking forward to figure out what's actually down there.
So in 1947, basically you had 2 witnesses that saw a ghost rocket. How would you explain a ghost rocket? Is it always shaped as a teardrop, or what would you explain it?
Yeah, it started with airships, and Jack Wally and John Keel is very into this, but it's a part of the mythology that you have airships, you have the ghost plane, and you have the ghost rockets, and then Kenneth Arnold. So Class 1 is probably one of the greatest guy after Jack Wally, and the biggest mystery in his life is the ghost rockets, because it can't be explained, and you will release a video very soon with Ole Brenne from UFO Norway that will tell him more. So this is a fascinating phenomena, and I don't care about what you guys doing in the United States, but in Norway we do something about it. We don't sit on Twitter.
This is Rune. If you're gonna talk trash, you have to come on the camera. Okay. Yeah. Well, you set it up. I mean, you got all these guys here out in the cold. It's you see the snow. I'll send better video tomorrow. But basically the snow on the ground.
Alan Hynek said.
This was Alan Hynek.
Yeah, he
So-
said Hessdalen in 1986, he said, Hessdalen is the world's biggest UFO laboratory. I'm going to come back with all the researchers in the world. And he flew home and he died.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was 1986.
Yeah, I think so.
So J. Allen Hynek came here to Hessdalen. He was very impressed.
Yeah.
He said this is a laboratory, and he's going to bring back many scientists. And unfortunately, went back to the U.S. and died. Yeah. So that was unfortunate.
We have to postpone that visit, but Jack Valle is definitely coming here and follow up and give us advice, because we are farmers. We are Norwegian Vikings. People don't care about UFOs. We try to live our life, but it's definitely something happening here. So, and as you know, you travel there, you know how remote it is.
Yes.
So,
well, I could see it's dark and there's not a lot of lights out there. There's no light pollution. So if you do see lights, they would stand out.
All the talk about the lights.
Yeah.
Stop talking about the lights. Talk about all other things. In the 1800s, people, it's only 200 years since the witch was burned in Norway. And you don't know how many of your kids will survive. And you stand with an axe and chopping woods, and over your head you see a fucking steel ship. And who do you want to tell? Who do you want to tell?
I got to put. Yeah, so that's the thing. There's many different things going on. That we got Magnus. We'll talk to him tomorrow on new stuff they're going to put in for the lights to try and figure out if they can get more data to figure out if it's one of those things that I mentioned. But we also have the stories, and we have people that are actually getting the stories and documenting them. Yeah. So you have all the personal accounts, and then we're going to look for an actual crash retrieval.
Yeah, we are preparing. On Saturday is actually the search, but the search crew are coming tomorrow with boats. Tomorrow we're going to recognize by plane and setting the stage.
Okay, so setting up tomorrow with the boats, and then Saturday will be the actual search.
Yeah, I was flying the plane to try to replicate the sighting of this the man. This was in 47. So it was quite exciting that we will actually low pass and try to narrow down the area for the search. So we can reconstruct that tomorrow, if you like.
So they asked, what are you hoping to find? What are you hoping to find?
Something we've never seen before.
Something new. Something never seen.
I'm not sure.
No?
I'm not
Maybe
sure.
John, you remember Namsenfjord? It was the best magic trick I ever saw. So yeah, but Namsenfjord is another research
Location, yes.
And it's not a ghost rocket thing, but we have video evidence of that. But it's so we're going to show you the movie, and we have problems to present it. We keep it in the Black Lodge, but for sure, we know exactly this thing.
They know exactly, yeah. From what I understand, so it actually stood on top of the lake for 20 minutes and kind of motioned a little bit. And when you guys moved your boat over that, you got a sonar hit right away.
Yeah, my captain, because the witness in 1947, when this thing crashed on it, it was floating, and even it's a lake. My captain and from Arnulf and Jan and the other that was on shore, we can see that the boat was drifting. Even it's lake, and we have some wind because we of course have the weather report from 1947, so we could see that the boat was drifting, and as Jan say, people just trying to survive here, so they just want to go to work. So a guy, let's build a fleet to check what that thing is. Now we have to do the farmers' work first. And after 20 minutes, this thing disappeared, and my captain said, Tore from Nordic Subsea, let's calculate this drift. And he calculated how long this object will have drifted in this currency. And when we sent down the side scan, just at that spot, you find a thing that's looked like a ghost rocket. Let's call it that. I hate Class 1 hate me because I call it a V2 rocket.
A V2 rocket. It's 14
Yeah,
meters long. And,
Yeah, because I'm a photographer, so only thing I've seen this before is at John F. Kennedy Space Center in United States, and the guy that did that, his name is Werner von Braun.
Von Braun,
yeah.
yes.
So, but it could be anything, but expect nothing, prepare for everything.
Yeah, these guys are awesome and motivated, so we'll see for tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Thank you. Thumbs up.
Have a great rest of your night. Bye, everybody. Hey, good morning. What's up? We are here up in Hessdalen. It's the morning vibe here. Unfortunately, what we have today is a cloud cover, so we're not going to be able to fly unless this clears. It looks like it is actually clearing. Getting out, do some interviews, see what's going on in Hessdalen. Cool little helicopter. I wonder what he's doing over there.
Reindeer, I'm guessing.
Okay, welcome. I'm here with Arnulf. He's one of the leading investigators, UAP investigators in Norway, here in Norway. And we're at the place Dubsjen Lake. So it actually means deep lake. And 1947, there was an event, right? Arnulf, can you tell us about what happened in 1947?
This was in August, early in August, 47, 7:30 I think it was. The two guys and Mr. Solly and his partner had to cut down the grass on the field. Suddenly they heard an awful noise, something like a jet engine. And they turned around and saw this object coming from the south direction and falling down Thornton. Just before it will crash in the ground, the speed fall down, the angle change, and the object follow the terrain out on the water. Just before it seems to crash in this island, it turned to right and fall into the water with a big splash.
Okay.
And it looks like an egg-shaped object with small fins on the side. And it floated on the water
Okay.
about 20 minutes.
And floated, and then did they see it actually sink? They didn't.
They had to work. It's very important work to cut down the grass. And after a while, we don't know, 1 hour, 2 or 3 hours, they looked again and the object was away. It's not there.
Okay.
And his wife in a house and his daughter saw this and heard this object too, this happening.
So I heard there's more than 2 witnesses then to this event. 4 witnesses total. Okay. And interesting on this is normally there's no sound in UFO events. Often there's no noises or physical interactions. It seems different.
It's different, very different.
So how big is it? How big is it?
They thought it was about 2 meters.
Okay.
But we investigate this later, and we have in June we have this Cessna plane flying over this direction, and it must have been bigger, about 8, maybe 10 meters.
8 or 10 meters. Okay. And then were you on the first dive here at the lake?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
In June, yes.
How, can you tell us about that? How did that go?
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
But we now know that it's no object in this area.
Okay.
They found a stone on the bottom.
And that's when actual divers went down there. Is that correct? Or
That was in the 70s.
okay.
now. But they didn't find anything.
Okay, but they did find the sonar object, correct? Okay, and where is that on the lake? Is it further out or?
It's about outside here somewhere.
Okay, yeah, we'll mark it, so it'll be basically, that's where it actually went down, or where you found the object is right here.
To the right of this island. In 1947 it was a metal object, but
Okay.
in June this year,
Yes.
2023, we found a stone out there
Okay.
on the bottom.
Okay.
No metal object.
Okay. And then, so what's the hunt tomorrow then?
It's far out in the middle of the lake. They found this track or sonar beep.
Okay.
They want to see if it's stone, mountain on the bedrock, or it is something that has been dropped there.
Okay, here we are going into the UFO pub in Hessdalen. Visit Hessdalen UFO pub, and there was a Halloween party going on tonight. Okay, so basically the team is doing a meeting here. We're waiting for the boats. As soon as there's the Hessdalen lights behind here. Okay, we have the pub. All right, what's up, guys? And this is Wilda. Hello, hi.
Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to Hessdalen.
Yeah, thanks. And you run the pub? Is this?
At the moment, I run the pub. Yeah, I just got back from Germany, so I've now taken over the pub here in Hessdalen.
Oh, excellent. And looks like you guys have some good merch.
We do have a lot of good merch. T-shirts, a couple of lights as well, I believe, and stickers, if you're interested in them.
And the beer, right?
And
Isn't
of
this
course,
the
most
UFO
popular,
beer?
The beer, yes.
Cool. Okay, and Halloween party tonight then, I guess.
That's right,
Anyone
at 8
is local?
p.m.
All right, cool.
Dog. How are you doing, guys? You come in for a beer? You're going to do a search tomorrow. You don't care, do you? No. Where's the llama? Hello! Danny! Come here! Danny!
Ah, it is.
I want to put a GoPro on that guy and show Hessdalen minute by minute, because this guy runs far in the mountain. Right there. Go ahead. Yeah. Many strange animals in the ark in Hessdalen.
Okay, I am here with Magnus. He has taken over for Erling Strand.
This is just, a few people doing it, pulling all this mass up here. I mean, really, I think that's very strange to me, because it's a true mystery. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt about there is a true mystery here.
Well, we were talking last night about the stigma, and it really just seems like the stigma is interfering in this sort of scientific research, but maybe that's changing.
Yeah, I mean, it is, and even if kind of in a general public that it's kind of lightening up, and because we have all these disclosures and and the data, we got some data of these UAPs and stuff. But I still think if you're a scientist and you're interested in UAP or UFO, whatever you call it, and you're applying for money and you really write something that is true and honest about that it actually is UAP, then I think still you may run into some challenges.
Some issues. If you're honest and say this is what we're looking after, you're not going to get approved.
And then my crazy study is to actually have a drone that could throw a net.
The net, I love the net.
Yeah,
'Cause this
then
exists. I mean, they have actually.
There are companies building these drones it's really awesome to see it how in action. So what they actually do is that they kind of predict the flight path of a UAV, say, and then it position itself in a way that it can catch it, and then it ejects a net, and then the net is tied to a parachute.
Okay.
So they can actually parachute them down, and I would love to do that on a Hessdalen light. I mean, nobody has. I mean, even being close. Or, I mean, there are even few zoomed in pictures of them, but what about being so close?
A few meters, or...
Yeah, I mean, like, stalk it a little bit. What happens? I mean, we don't know. Radiation, what's happened? It could, a lot of strange things could happen because we don't know what these lights are, right? So I would love to do that, but that's quite a complex project. But
And Mr. Snow, he's kind of on the other side, right? He says that maybe it's the phenomenon we shouldn't be shooting at it or trying to hit it with things or poke it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, I agree. I mean, I have a basic fundamental respect for whatever happens here. Of that, I would not like to shoot on them, really.
Yes. But we were talking this morning, a story of I think he's 86-year-old man that was here. I think he passed, but he wishes that he shot at it.
Yeah,
right.
He's the guy. Well, he's still alive.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah, and he has seen it all. He has so many stories, and he's been here. He grew up here, and he's seen most and heard most. Seen a lot of them himself, but he said that. I think it was that guy who said that if I regret anything, it would be not shooting at them. Just because, I mean, it's been around for a long time and nobody has an explanation for them. It's just... But we have to remember another very peculiar thing that happened in the first field, massive... field study made here in 84, 85 by Ellingstrand, the guy who put this up later. He actually he had a very weak laser that like a portable small laser. I think it was only 5 milliwatts. And he actually, when you saw the light, you saw the multiple pulsating lights, and they had a very accurate pulsating frequency of 1 hertz. I think, if I remember correctly. And he shone a laser on it, and it doubled the pulsation frequency. And they repeated that 7 or 8 times. Wow. A super weak 5 milliwatts laser. I mean, given the distance and the weakness, it's more like a communication signal. And so I would like to have a laser here as well. But then we start talking about, other... getting the permits for having lasers.
Yeah, emitting is difficult.
Yeah, and I would love to have LiDAR, of course. I mean, LiDAR. We have plans for doing some LiDAR survey here. And I would like to have a live LiDAR going crazy here and all this stuff. I mean, there are so many things we could do if we just, had the people and the money and the will to do it.
Yeah.
But I think we have. And I just came in and introduced myself and I said, hey.
I'm ready to work.
Yeah, and they said, perfect, you're most welcome. Cool. Yeah.
No, excellent. Okay, well, we have the boats are arriving. So the boats are arriving shortly. We're going to go down. Okay, the boats are here. They made it to Hessdalen. This is Nordic Subsea. Look at that. It's a lot of equipment. These guys are a top outfit in Northern Europe. They've got a lot of experience. And they're not so focused on UAVs. So I think we'll get a fair shake. We have the final climax of Hessdalen. Crash retrieval attempt 2 at Djupsjøen Lake here in Hessdalen, Norway. Don't forget to smash the like button. Please subscribe for future notifications, and then you can support the channel like these other fine people here. Patreon.com/Chris Lato, or become a YouTube member. And I hope we find something.
Litt norsk lette på Norgegrøsten fra urfolksøket. For vi er norske og stolte av det. Den kristne skjønner vi go to Santa Claus. Hurry up. We have the UFO search to do. Come on, please. Thank you, sir. That's my team, the Norwegian outcast.
Okay, this is what they're gonna put in. Okay, I'm here with Runa. What's up, Runa? Hold that mic, please, mate.
Howdy, guys. Howdy, UFO hunters.
Where are we at, man? What are we doing here?
In the middle of Norway, freezing winter. Today we are going to find out what's the point of interest is. This time with full artillery, 2 boats, multi-beam, side scan, rovers. If something hides here, we're gonna find it. So now we're going to get this boat seaborne and find the target and do some multi-beam scanning, 3D scanning, and then go out to the deep dive with cameras on the rover.
Okay.
How are you holding up in
I'm freezing,
winter?
man. I didn't bring my ski clothes, but yeah, it's very exciting. Like driving here, man. There was a feeling, you know, like you never know. Like if you don't go and look, you're never gonna find anything.
That's correct. So to exclude is as important to find something, to not find something, because this is our 3rd search in Norway for unknown objects, and maybe in a ghost rocket topics this is the most interesting, but don't worry, we have a much more to do and investigate here in Norway in the Black Lodge and Project Hessdalen.
And it's a mystery since 1947. So you're looking at almost 80 years, you know. So if anything, we're going to close the door on this mystery.
Yeah, and not only that, but the ghost rocket is part of a mythology that goes into starting in the 1800s with the airships and the ghost planes, and then the ghost rockets, and yeah. If you find something, a weapon or something that maybe the sonar looks like, maybe a V2, then we can actually consider that maybe, yeah, Class 1 will probably hate me for this, but yeah. Nobody has found anything before, so we don't know actually what to do if we find something.
Yes.
So we just, yeah, let's get drunk and get the hell out of here. No, just kidding. Yeah, we probably have to have a meeting then. So I'm very excited by Seascan and Nordic Subsea and all my good friends. We're a really small country, but that we can do operations like this, because this is expensive shit. It really helps setting the field investigators and UFO Norway.
Yeah, these guys have dove on the Nord Stream, right? I mean, they've done some really interesting, professional, high-grade stuff.
Yeah. All my friends are good except me. So yeah.
And we know where the coordinates are, right? So you're gonna go right to the object, and you're gonna check it out, and then you're gonna expand the search after that and cover more of the area.
Yeah. Brynjar is going out now together with Tore to locate the target, and then he's going to do a multi-beam track, a scan, and see what's under the layer, and Tore will then come pick us up with that boat, and we will go down with the rover, and Brynjar will keep scanning keep scanning.
Yeah, you can see the rover right there in the back. That must be the cable. Nah, cool stuff.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Good, that's it.
Men det er Arne nå, da, må jeg få snakke. Men det er rart at det ikke finnes en skikkelig båtsettingsram. Ja, men det er jo ikke noe å gjøre ute på sjøen her. Det er jo is her hele året nesten. Vågslipp på karer. Hæ? Jeg har litt problemer med målet ganger båten, så heldigvis Hessdalen og rørøkninga stiller opp da, så grus og så vi får jævla ut plassen. Ja.
Okay, so tour is just called, and we have some findings. They have 30 minutes left to scan the sea bottom. On the point of interest, still very interesting. And I have found 2 more in that same area. So in 30 minutes they will pull up that boat and we will baptize the Namsenfjorden boat and go down with the rover. So the point of interest was very interesting. I can't read the data, but I can hear it in Ture's voice. So excellent news, and I have actually scanned almost the whole fjord now for an extended area. So yeah, it's exciting.
Cool. Nice. Okay, so drone footage.
This is a nice spot. We'll do like
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Jeg blir satt og fiksa her, da, så var vi jo lei av dama, så kom det litt stein, så vi brukte litt tid for å finne her. Så vi kartla alt. Ja, så hadde dere bra faktisk.
Okay, Turek, what'd you guys find out there?
I find that same object
Okay.
on the last, but now we could pinpoint the location. It's an object that's about 20 meters long. It's laying on flat seabed on 22 meters. So.
Okay, so fully
It's
laying,
object.
so it's not part of the seabed.
No.
Wow,
Diverted
so,
from the seabed.
so you're pretty confident it's a different object
It's
that
not
fell.
a stone.
And not a stone.
No.
Okay, I did not want to find a stone.
There's a very special stone. Here's a stone. Yeah,
20 meters, huh? Okay.
long. Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
So,
now you go out with the rover.
Yeah.
Excellent. And Rune mentioned you had a couple other points of interest as well.
Yeah, we have just plotted some points. Yeah,
Okay.
but that can looks like rocks or mountain, undersea mountains. So you have like a mountain ridge underwater. So it could be like a little peak of a mountain ridge. Seems like that in the data, but this object is very long and laying on flat on seabed. So you don't have like the structure. It's all flats on the seabed, and you have this object. So It's interesting.
Is it the water's clear for the rover? You think you'll get a
I
good
don't know.
video?
I haven't been down there.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
We'll see.
We're going to have some food or just launch this boat and go up?
Just launch the RV and go. Please, skip food. We have some cookies,
up to
right?
you guys. We gotta keep the talent happy.
Yeah.
Town.
The talent.
Oh.
You guys.
Yeah.
So update from Lake Jupsen. We have the first boat came back, the actual multi-band that you see behind me here. This boat actually came back and they did find an object. They found the object. He said it's 20 meters long. It's flat. It's laying on the surface of the mud down there, but it's there and something's there. He does not think it's a stone. He doesn't think it's a stone. So this is the next boat going out with the ROV, the rover, and we'll see what it gets. And it is exciting.
Okay.
Okay, so we got an update.
Yeah.
What did it say?
Yeah. So Rune told me that they have just checked out what they think was the kind of side thing is the stone, probably stone formation. But now they're gonna send down the RV on the main target. That was my understanding. But he sounded really busy, so he was gonna call back when they have more data. But this is the big moment we're waiting for.
So they're sending the rover down on the main object.
Yeah, on the main of that's and I would love to get that call.
Okay.
So we just have to wait a little bit longer.
Cool.
Okej, och sen ska jag hämta igen. Så ska jag göra nytt försök. He said that the rover has a GPS and they had to reset it. So they thought they were going down to the big target, to the main target, but they kind of lost the positioning. And navigate with that rover is not easy. You need to know where it is, right? And he says they need to go pull it up again and reset. Calibrate it and send it down again.
Okay. Okay, so they're coming back now. The rover Rune hasn't been giving us a lot of information. Hopefully that means it's positive news. Did the rover get down? Did they get any video? I don't know. Okay, they're back now. Look at that. You can see the ice on the surface. So they sent the rover down, but
Kanskje litt om det, Tore, for å fortelle om det. Så det er i hvert fall bort. Og logging har de dataene som skal...
okay, well they're just back out of the water and getting some kind of cryptic readings. It sounds like the multi-sonar was great. The rover, not sure they could see the giant object. We'll see. We have to go back and check the data.
Rock ?2. Okay, ladies and gangsters. Rune from Norway. As we do in Norway, we speak Norwegian, so just bear with me here. If not, learn Norwegian. This is not conclusive and this is not a scientific way to do it, but Chris begged me to tell you what happened in the deep lake, also in Norwegian called Djupsjøen. This kind of operation costs $3,000 a day, so I probably have to eat just bread and butter rest of the year, but I can handle that. I'm working with my summer body for 2029. So in Djupsjøen we found, we was looking for the thing that people known as the ghost rocket that Bernhard Schuli saw landing in Djupsjøen in 1947, 4 witnesses. The special thing about this kind of ghost rocket is that in Sweden and other places those ghost rocket has been exploded or blasted off with the landing impact, but this one have been floating. So we trust the testimonies, and it was worth looking into. So when we did the church in June, we did find this object that woke our interest. We checked the area, mapped the sea bottom with a side scan, and since Djupsjön is only mud, we did locate some target that we expect was stone, and it was stone. But when something is lying on the bottom on the lake, we should check it out, because it's usually nothing there. We just use those stones as a reference, because you don't have much movement in the lake like you have in the sea. Basically untouched and very sharp, very special stone formation. It's a pretty easy lake to do a search, because it's not very deep. 22 meters, 30 meters at the most, maybe. When we located the target, it was fooling us a little bit, because we found the target and then it disappeared, and we found it again. So used very much time to locate that, but we figured out that if this object have been sunken a little bit down in the mud, and we come with a boat with a side scan. A side scan is actually what we call a fish. It looks like a missile with a cable that we are dragging after the boat. And if the boat goes like that, the radar beams will shoot like that. So we was figuring out that the object did disappear because of when we headed the object right on, it will be in the blind spot. But we found it, and on the last few hours of the search, we did go down with the rover, but the rover did lose their GPS coordinates. When we were pulling this side scan after us, we have 40 meters of cable maybe. So we have a blind zone that the rover couldn't navigate in. It was hard to see in June, so we couldn't find anything. That's the reason why we did invest the money and go back this time, because we had the exact position, and we wanted to look what this object was, because we was estimated it to 14 meters long and 3 meters wide. Sense of how this object looked, we first did go out with one boat. That's a multi-beam, and the multi-beam is mapping the ocean in 3D. We did find the point of interest, and the way we work is when we do a scan of the ocean, we write on a map, for example, that we call a fix. You have a rock question mark, and we write rock 2 question mark, check question mark, and the object we find in June we just called the thing. So we did go out with the multi-beam and located the thing, and two points of interest that we named rock question mark and rock 2 question mark. That's because we thought it was a rock, but we like to check it out in case that something have been drifted in a side of the rocks. So we go out, we find the thing located where we thought it will be. So we shot a hell of amount of sensor on it. If this is the object down on the seafloor, we all did the multi-beam, and we also used the side scan. So we have a kind of triangulation of the object, and it was very clear to us that this was an object that was on the seafloor, 20 meters long, lying over the surface. Then we did go home with the boat, pulled that boat on shore. go out with the second boat. The second boat has a radar and the rover. So first we will check out stone rock question mark 1. Did go down with the rover, and we will see on the radar look like just like you see in a movie. It's like beep beep, and you see this shred object appearing on the screen, and we know, okay, that's our point of interest, and we go down with the rover, recording the rock, pull the rover up, go to the second point of interest, rock question mark 2, a blip on the radar, solid object, showing up on the screen, go down with on the rover, see that this is the stone we was expecting. Then we go out to the thing, and when we came to the location of the thing, it was nothing to see on the radar, and that was kind of strange, but we did send down the rover on the exact position, but the rover couldn't see anything either. So as far as the radar coordinates, the objects now was gone. That could explained by maybe different theories, but we thought first that the thing was lying down like in a steep, so it maybe was hiding in an angle of mud, but because when boat number 1 is up, we take the computer data, the GPS coordinates, and transfer it to boat number 2. So the boat number 2 can easily navigate on the centimeter to find the objects we did find from boat number 1. But when we came there, the bottom was flat. It was no sign of any curvature on the bottom, because you can imagine if you had an object lying like this and if it was covered in mud, you will probably have like a ridge or something. So the bottom was flat. So we tried to push down the rover down to the mud and see how the condition was in the mud, and we could push it 10 centimeters down. So it was gone. It could be that the conditions of the bottom of the lake is very different than it is on Sauerholmen, where the witnesses saw this thing landed. But the point of interest, the thing, was closer to shore. Then you will have another type of mud because of the snow melting and maybe different condition there. So it's hard to explain why it's gone. That's the thing we are looking into now. If the coordinate were messed up, yeah, and we of course we lost the GPS of the rover also this time with the point of interest, the thing. But this time we had the time to get the rover on the surface, recalculate it, and go down to the same spot. So that's actually happened in June and this time. But we had the time to recalibrate the GPS, and it was flat bottom. So the bad news is that we didn't have eyes on the target, and it did not show up on the radar. It was clearly on the radar with boat number 1. But we couldn't have any visuals of it. And the good news is that we have a hell of an amount of sensor with a multi-beam radar on it. We can see when it's merged. The data from the multi-beam and the side scan have to be merged layered. If you know how Photoshop work, we will put this picture together and then have a very clear picture of what this is. Have seen a lot of formation and rocks and things on the bottom of the sea, and they don't care about UFOs and things like that. But it was anomaly for them as well. But in some days we will know when we have the 3D picture. So and it will look like if you see a picture of a bottom of a World War II plane or something in 3D, it's pretty clear that it's a plane. So we will have information how this object looks. We are not able to figure out what it could be, because you can't even put to see a boat there. You don't need any boats there because it's ice all the time. It's just a little lake. So we have been looking into, discussed of course, many theories what it could be of human origin. But Chris Leto wanted us to do some exotic theories, and that's not science, but we have talked about what it felt like on the boat. It was like the object is here, we shoot sensors on it, and something down there thinks, okay, something is shooting radars on me, I just move over here. And we find it again, shoot sensors on it, and okay, I will move it over here. So it was like the object was glass cloaking. Is that what it's called, cloaking? Or it shouldn't be possible, but it could be. The coordinate could have been messed up during the transfer. I don't see that very likely, but that's the thing we have to look into, and we have to check that out before we go out officially to say what this is or what it's not. But I was definitely hoping that we could find an explanation for this and go on with the other operations we have ongoing. Someone has told me that there is some trolls on your YouTube channel, so we have decided in the group that we are going to invite one of them. Pay for your ticket, pay for your hosting, pay for your food, and you will join us on Norwegian UFO research this winter. You will carry battery package of 30 kilos up the mountain. You will stand out freezing. You will learn how to operate this research station during the middle of the winter. You will be with me, and maybe we could change some attitudes out there of the people that are just wanking and sitting on Twitter and living down in the basement of your mother. These mountains will eat you alive, and probably I will too. And to the rest of you guys, keep on fighting the good cause. See you.
Okay, that's Rune. Amazing. It was so awesome hanging out with him and all the other members of Project Hessdalen. Everyone was so accommodating, so hospitable. They work hard, they play hard, and you heard from there basically the issue. They were confused getting out of the water, very tired. You imagine, minus 15, minus 20 degree temps on water with that wind. It's got to be freezing cold all day. So those guys were tired, and they're working through a weekend really. So the Nordic subsea guys are back out on the ocean. Basically, they're doing again pro work that is expensive equipment, and that multi-beam sonar, I think we really will get a great image of this object, whatever it was down on the ground or is. And like you heard there, they did have issues with the GPS, but the second boat found Rock 1 and Rock 2, so it went down, saw it on the sonar, and sent the rover down to it and actually saw it with the rover. So they checked the Rock 1 and Rock 2. It's great they had these other reference points, and then go to the thing, and there's nothing there. I think they were just really confused and seem still confused about it. So we'll see. Stand by for more data on that. But I trust these guys. I think they did their best, and that's what we're looking at now. On the plus side, this was the last night. I actually looked towards the sky the whole night, and just final night last Saturday was just a beautiful night, and the Aurora was out for only 3 minutes from what I saw. It was quite fast. And just an amazing display with all these colors. Pinks, I don't think I've ever seen pinks. I've seen it up in Alaska, but it was just beautiful. I took this video here with Magnus, and it's a plasma, right? Aurora Borealis is a plasma. Could it be related to something like that, at least in the lights? But it doesn't explain all these ghost rocket accounts. You know, so many thousands of them. But thanks to everybody for actually watching this. Hope you appreciated the video. It took a ton of work. And check out the other interviews as well, with full interview with Magnus Arnulf. I also have more interviews coming with Ola Brenner and Fred, like he mentioned. But these guys are dedicated, very friendly, and they are motivated. They're going to find something out. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, get future notifications, and then join the channel at patreon.com/Chris Lato and join these other fine people. Couldn't do it without your support. Thank you, and have a great night. Peace.